US President Donald Trump has issued a direct and dramatic warning to China, threatening to impose an additional 50% tariff on Chinese goods starting April 9, unless Beijing withdraws its recent 34% tariff hike, which Trump labeled as retaliatory. The threat, delivered via a Truth Social post, came just a day after China announced the new tariff increases, triggering yet another round of heightened trade tensions between the world's two largest economies. In his post, Trump lashed out at what he called record setting tariffs, illegal subsidization, and massive long term currency manipulation by China. He stated that Beijing's actions represent a direct violation of prior warnings issued by his administration. Quoting from his statement, any country that retaliates against the US by issuing additional tariffs above and beyond their already existing long term tariff abuse of our nation will be immediately met with new and substantially higher tariffs. End quote. He went on to clarify the timeline, saying, and I quote, therefore, if China does not withdraw its 34% increase above their already long term trading abuses by tomorrow, April 8th, 2025, the United States will impose additional tariffs on China of 50% effective April 9th. End quote. Trump further escalated the tone by declaring that all talks with China regarding trade will be terminated if Beijing doesn't comply, and that meetings with other countries seeking negotiations will now take priority. The statement has sent shockwaves through global financial markets. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged more than 1,300 points in a single session, reflecting investor fears of a renewed full blown trade war. The aggressive new tariff threat is a stark revival of the hardline trade tactics that marked much of Trump's first term in office, especially with China, as tit for tat tariffs disrupted global supply chains and inflamed international trade relations. Interestingly, Trump's current move appears at odds with his earlier strategy of engaging China diplomatically to leverage its influence over Russian President Putin and help end the war in Ukraine. The president had previously acknowledged China's diplomatic clout in the region, but this tariff battle indicates a shift back to confrontation. As the April 8 deadline approaches, all eyes are now on Beijing's response. Will China back down, or are we headed toward a new chapter in the US China trade war? Stay tuned as this story develops.